Hey you guys, I got the top 15 weapon mods for you today, and as usual, I'm not going to post any information about my channel until after the video. So if you watch it and you like it, then pay attention to that stuff. Otherwise, just watch the video. Kicking off with number 15, we have Shello. I am not a big shotgun person, but Shellup is a fantastic mod. And these first five are pretty much going to be for specific weapons, and then the top 10 are all going to be for all weapons. But Shellup is a fantastic mod. It's basically going to be a straight up, probably about 50% increase damage for your weapon there. So highly recommend that. Number 14, weak point expansion. Now, this is an absolutely amazing mod, but only useful in sniper rifles and really only useful on void bosses, or I suppose you could use it for end of mission bosses as well. But really, really amazing mod for sniper rifles. Number 13, have aiming. Now the only reason I don't have this one leveled up is because I use Greg for general purposes. I don't use it for bossing. But for people that do use it for bossing, have aiming is phenomenal. It's just another one of those really good weak point mods, and you don't really need accuracy, especially with a tactical rifle, because it's already really accurate, so any kind of accuracy reduction is going to be pretty minimal. Number 12, expand weapon charge. Now this is an absolutely amazing mod on both machine guns and a sniper rifle if Haley is using it. The reason it's good on Haley is because it will actually increase the number of shots she gets with her ultimate. And if you combine that with the other round per magazine mod, you can go from 7, or you can go up to 7 shots from 4. Almost doubling her ult damage, which is pretty sweet. And it's even better on weapons like Enduring Legacy because of our number 11, which is Sharp Precision Shot. This is pretty much a must-have for any machine gun in general, but significantly better on Enduring Legacy because of its special ability. And just take my word for it, this thing will absolutely destroy bosses. So that's just, I guess, kind of an advertisement for the Enduring Legacy in general. Great gun, great bossing gun, great mobbing gun, all rounder. Number 10 in the top 10 here, we got Insight Focus. A lot of these are going to be useful on pretty much any gun, but do remember that if you have a gun that has a really low base critical hit rate, these are percentages of percentages. So an extra 14.5% on a weapon that has a base crit hit rate of only 10% is only going to be 1.45% increase. So I'd really try not to stack too many crit hit rate buffs on weapons like that unless you really have nothing else you want to put on there. Number 9, concentration priority. Huge critical hit damage bonus, and most people don't care too much about the reload time modifier, especially with weapons that reload pretty quickly. And even on weapons that don't, you're not usually spamming those, so a lot of times it doesn't matter that much. But it's a pretty big number. I just don't recommend using them on weapons that have really low base critical hit rates. That's about it. Number 8. I'm going to kind of cover all the conductors with this one. It would be kind of silly to do all 4 of them in a row here. But the conductors are a nice end of build way to add in some extra damage. Usually by the time you throw in all your catalysts, You have room for, like one or two extra mods, and this is just a nice way to throw on a little bit of extra damage. It's not a lot, but you do end up using them towards the end there on pretty much every gun. So that's why it makes this list at number 8. Number 7, weak point sight. You're going to use this on pretty much all your Void Boss builds. It's just free damage and lots of it. That's simple as that. Number 6, better insight. Yeah, critical hit rate good. Another very simple one. And of course this of course maintains the percentage of percentage rule still, but even on weapons with really low base percentages, this is still 1/3 more criticals on top of what you got. So still definitely consider taking this on pretty much any weapon. Number 5, better concentration. Yeah, again, on any weapon with any kind of crit, and even on weapons that don't have a lot of crit, you still typically want to throw this on there because it's almost 50% more critical hit damage. Especially because this is a multiplier, a percentage of a percentage again. So if your base value is 3 times damage, that's not 48% more critical hit damage, that's 150% more critical hit damage. So it can get pretty nasty. Almost every weapon, usually more towards end build, you throw this on, unless it's a sniper rifle and has a really high base critical hit to start with. But yeah, pretty much any weapon's going to have this on an end build. Number 4, fire rate up. This is going to be on almost every single weapon, except maybe sniper rifles, even some shotguns and rocket launchers and stuff are going to be using it. It's just basically 25% more DPS, so it's hard to argue with that. Number 3, we have our elemental enhancement mods. Remember, the general rule is you always want to run the same element as your gun. You can, if you put 2 on, I believe they either keep replacing each other or the second one just doesn't apply. So yeah, that's pretty much just 30% more damage, and on top of that, you get the elemental effect if it doesn't already have one, which is going to apply a damage over time in most cases. So yeah, you should be pretty much from right off the bat. I think I put these on all my guns. Number 2, we have action and reaction. Now, there's quite a lot of attack mods, but this is going to be the one you use most frequently. It's got one of the biggest attack bonuses, and the negative is pretty negligible in like 99% of the cases. So highly recommend this on pretty much everything. And the number 1 slot, which should be of no surprise to anybody, is rifling enforcement. It's the first thing you put on any gun. It's untyped, so you can stack it with literally anything else. It's just free damage. Yeah, level this up immediately. You're going to be using it a lot. And with that, I'm going to show you the information on how you can support me as a content creator for Nexon. And if you don't want to watch that, I'll catch you next video. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. All your watch hours help me out. And I'm going to show you real quick how to support me. You're going to go click this little C button, and it's going to take you to a web page that has a little list. I'm listed as Last Dark Hope there. This how you do it on PC, by the way. And then if you look up Last Dark Hope on there, you'll find me and you can support me that way. If you're on PlayStation, you should be able to search my player ID. It's right there. And then if you click me, you just click creator details and then support me, and I think it's got a little message or something like that. That's like click this to accept supporting a creator or whatever. And that's it. That's all you have to do. It takes less than a minute, and I'll get a portion of whatever you guys send whenever you guys send money to the game. So with that, peace out, and I'll catch you guys on my next video, which will be top 25 weapon mods.